Krishna, Hari 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 Rama, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hari 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 Rama, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hari 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 Rama, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hari 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 Rama, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hari 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 Rama, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hari 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. There they are. You can put your microphones on and we'll chant together. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hey, Ranga, welcome, my friend.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna.
You look like you're getting juiced up lately. That's great, man.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama.
Rama, Hare Rama.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama.
Krishna, Hare
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Hare Rama.
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Rama
Rama.
Rama, Hare
Rama, Hare Hare. Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama. Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Rama
Rama.
Rama, Hare
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Oh my
Rama.
Lord Shri Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare
Oh
Krishna,
my Lord Shri Krishna, oh my Lord Shri Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Ooh, Krishna.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Oh.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Krishna Chaitanya,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Nityananda,
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama.
Krishna, Hare
Rama, Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Krishna.
Rama, Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Krishna, Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna.
Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama.
Rama, Hare Rama. Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Rama.
Krishna,
Rama, Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Rama.
Rama, Hare Rama. Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna.
Rama. Rama, Rama, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama. Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna.
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Rama Rama Hari Hari Krishna Hare
Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Rama Hari Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna.
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Krishna Hari 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 Rama
Krishna Krishna Hare.
Rama Rama Hari Hari Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Krishna Oh my Lord Sri
Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Oh my
Hare
Lord
Krishna.
Sri Krishna
Krishna
Shine
Krishna
Shri
Hare.
Krishna Jaya
Hare Rama Hare Rama.
Satchitandana Jaya
Rama Rama Hare.
Satchitandana Jaya Satchitandana Jaya
Jaya
Krishna
Satchidananda.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara, Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda, Nityananda, Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya.
Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Shri Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Rama Hare
Shri
Rama.
Krishna Chaitanya.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Oh
Rama
my
Rama
Lord
Hare
Sri
Rama.
Krishna Chaitanya, oh my Lord
Hare
Sri
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Chaitanya,
Krishna
Sri
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya,
Rama,
Sri
Rama Rama.
Krishna Chaitanya,
Hare Krishna,
Sri Krishna Chaitanya,
Hare Rama,
Sri Krishna
Rama
Chaitanya,
Rama,
Nityananda.
Hare Rama,
Oh my Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama,
Sri
Hare Rama.
Krishna Chaitanya,
Rama
Sri
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Chaitanya,
Krishna.
Sri Krishna Chaitanya,
Hare
Sri
Krishna,
Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Sri Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Chaitanya,
Hare
Sri
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama.
Hare Krishna,
Sri Krishna
Rama
Chaitanya, Sri
Rama,
Krishna Chaitanya,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri
Hare
Krishna
Rama, Hare Rama,
Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya,
Hare Krishna,
Sri Krishna Chaitanya,
Hare
Sri
Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna.
Hare Rama,
Krishna Krishna,
Sri
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya.
Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama.
Nityananda,
Light.
Nityananda,
Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya,
Chittaya,
Sri
Krishna
Krishna
Chittaya.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Chaitanya,
Hare
Sri
Krishna.
Krishna Chaitanya,
Hare Krishna,
Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare
Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya,
Hare Rama,
Sri
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Chaitanya,
Hare
Sri
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Hare,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Rama
Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama,
Rama Hare Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Krishna
Rama
Krishna, Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna.
Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna
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 Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama
Krishna Krishna Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama Hari
Hare
Hari Hari
Rama
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna
Rama Rama Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari
Krishna
Hari Rama
Krishna,
Hari
Hare
Rama
Krishna Krishna Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama Hari 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 Krishna
Hare
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 Rama
Rama
Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hari
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Hari
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare
Hari Hari
Krishna, Hare
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 Rama
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Krishna Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hari
Krishna
Rama
Hare Rama,
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hari Hari
Hare
Hari
Rama
Rama Hari Rama Rama
Rama
Rama
Rama
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Rama
Krishna, Hare
Rama
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare Rama Rama
Rama
Rama Hare
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Krishna
Hari
Krishna,
Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Hare
Rama Rama Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Hari Rama Hari Rama
Hare Rama Hare
Rama
Rama
Rama Hari Hari Hari
Rama Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama Rama Rama
Rama
Hari Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama Rama Hari Hari Hari
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Yeah. Ah, ah. Wow. Good morning, everybody. Wow. Wow. No words except Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. And maybe some of these words. Reading on, continuing on about the conch shell there with Lord Krishna entering Dwarka. This is Canto 1, chapter, chapter, chapter 11. Krishna's entrance to Dwarka. Text number. mm, ah, yeah. Text number 2. The white and fat boweled conch shell, being gripped by the hand of Lord Krishna and sounded by him, appeared to be reddened by the touch of his transcendental lips. It seemed that a white swan was playing in the stems of a lotus. The citizens of Dwarka, having heard the sound, which threatens fear personified in the material world. Can you imagine? People are afraid of fear, right? Yeah, and and the president of the United States, uh, way back when, who was it, John F. Kennedy? The only thing to fear is fear itself, that type of thing. But nobody can ever get over fear. You know why? Because it's Krishna. He's supreme in the material world. It's his energy. You can't get over fear on your own. Well, us little pipsqueaks, we're only the size of an atom. How are we going to get over fear on our own? You have to be like a little kid. You know, the little kids, they run When there's something to be fearful, they run back to their mother and father. That's devotees, man. The only way we get over fear, run back to Krishna. That's what this is. You want to follow in the footsteps of the gopis and the residents of Vrindavan. You just got to do what they do. You got to run back to Krishna and Radha. Well, run back to Krishna. Let's say like that. See? And then he takes care of it. But do you have a relationship with him? That's the main thing. See, this is what devotees need to know. Do you have the qualifications of Vrindavan? I'll ask you guys out there in ISKCONs. Do you have the qualification of a Vrindavan resident to run back to Krishna and get his shelter? Like the residents do. Or can just anybody run to his shelter over there and feel this? Yeah, feel the shelter. Feel relieved and released from fear personified. Fear in person, that's these persons here. They're serving the God of fear. See, that's the shadow of the Lord. Disconnection from the real, the Lord as he really is, automatically one is in fear. Okay? And you can never really be disconnected because you're worshiping the Lord of fear. That's the thing. That's the devil. That's the Maya. That's Shiva. Whatever you want to consider that. Shiva as a destroyer. See, causes fear. See, the Lord gives what fearlessness. See, and he doesn't have to create that. He has to create this fear because it's not really real. It's a creation. It comes and it goes. See, fearlessness has always been there and always will be there because that's part of the immortal soul. Some devotee was saying, I choose to be my best self. Oh, you do? Okay, well then just come here every day. Come here regularly. Or if you miss it, watch the replays because that's the only way you'll ever really be your best self. Or you have to somehow in some lifetime find some sadhu sangha program where there's a liberated souls and associate with them so you can become your best self. This is the best way, this is the easiest way, and this is really the only way. You have to associate with those who are associating with their best self and who know who that is. You think that's your false ego. Everybody does. Well, let's see. My best self. Let's see. I have to create it or something. No, it's already there. The best self is the Lord himself. Lord Krishna. He's full of boldness. He's full of fearlessness. He's full of love. He's full in every transcendental virtue. Okay? It's only his Maya that's full in all inauspiciousness. It's amazing how simple this path is. Come with us if you want to live, because we're alive, man. We're having a party here every day. Okay? This is life. Come here. You want to live? You want to be lively? See, live lively, life after ever, everlasting life. See, that kind of stuff we're into here. You want to die more and more and more? Associate with the Lord's Maya. That's what it does. It grabs you. Shastras say Maya grabs you and starts to pull you down and down and down and down. There's one devotee. He met the devotees. I saw him on. He met the devotees at one time, and he followed for a while, and and he was sensitive. He was looking for the truth. Right? He goes and looks for the truth in ISKCON, and they gets involved in all that. And later on, he realizes there's something wrong here, man. He was still feeling filled with demons and stuff. And then what does he do? Naturally, well, let's go to Jesus. So he goes to Jesus. And just recently, I just saw he was, oh yeah, I'm into this, and he was he honors the path I was on, all of this. And But still, he doesn't accept this path. He's still, now he's with Jesus, right? And then recently he's getting exorcised of demons again. Oh, really? Interesting. I thought you went to Jesus and you're still, why didn't the demons go? Okay? So wherever this is, and then Krishna showed me. He says, "You see how it is? It's actually like this. You can go to Krishna and you get involved in religion, right? And then you're looking. If you're looking for God, you're looking for the truth. There's a time you don't find it there. If you're really looking for God. If you're really looking for God, God is transcendental. He's different than anything. You better be looking for something different than anything you find in this world. Different than religion, different than poopy popes, different than these guys walking around on the stage of Vaishnavism, sitting on the high seats like Jesus said. Watch out for those guys, you know? Are you you better be looking for something more different than anything in this world, because that's God if he's here. Well, he's always here, but who sees him? Only his real devotees. Only they see the real path and teach the real path. So whether you go to Jesus Christ or whether you go to some other religion like Vaishnavism, you'll always eventually be frustrated unless within Christianity or within Vaishnavism, you find real devotees who are deeply in love with God. And then by coming under the shelter that they've received, then you'll get out. Otherwise, people still bewildered. They go to religion and they still get lost. And whether it's a Vaishnavism or Christianity, I've seen it. They end up, rejecting it all and then looking again somewhere else. But anyway, this is where it's happening, because we're in Vaishnavism. You could say, in a sense, Christianity, because we could speak from the Bible more clearly than anybody I've seen. But Lord Chaitanya is the greatest shelter. If you come here, you'll see that for yourself. You'll see how amazing it is here. How much protection there is here. How much freedom from fear there is here. Because we run to Krishna Vrindavan, and we get that shelter like the residents do, because we have that same kind of ecstasy and bhav that they have. This is no joke. We prove it every day. Proof is in the pudding, man. Where's the pudding? Where's the thick relationship with Krishna? Not a thin relationship. Thin is you're still in fear. You're putting masks on. You know how many Vaishnavas in ISKCON and all that, they afraid of they put the mask on still. They go and get their little shots, put poison in their body. They believe liars and cheaters and hypocrites in the world. That's the Lord's Maya. Why? Because they can't get fully free of fear personified, which they're using, and they're in fear. In other words, their relationship with Krishna is still a bit thin. It needs to be thickened. Here we do the thickening, man. It gets very thick. Yeah, well, sitting on the Vyasa-san, you see, the whole thing is finding the real disciplic line. That's what the Vyasa-san's all about. What do they're giving Vyasa Puja to mundane persons. You know how long what is the difference between that and the Catholic popes? We all know, anybody with a little bit of brain that's a little bit spiritual knows what is this kind of disciplic line in where you got the Pope representing Jesus. All they're representing is opulence and stealing your money. So you know how much money that Vatican has? They're part of they're part of the Maya. Maya's taken its lodge in the Vatican there. That's what Vaishnavism has become. People put their faith and their money and their energy and their time, and they don't. And fear personified comes, and they get right. put the masks on and go get the shots, most of them. See, they don't, their relationship with the Lord is thin. It's got to be thickened. It's got to be you chant the holy name, and the Lord's spiritual dimension of consciousness opens, and you have the shelter. That's how it is for me, and that's been developing over the years. That's why I know I'm on the real path, because I see there's progress, man. If you don't know your position or if you're progressing or not, then you're not even a middle class devotee. That's Majjamadikari. You know your position, you know if love of God has begun to awaken in your heart, and you can see your actual position and progress. And if you're not chanting the holy name and don't feel the ecstatic bliss of that, that's the shelter, man. That Vrindavan opens up, man. And there it is. There's your protection. There's Krishna. There's the devotees. There's spiritual inspiration and purification. There's everything transcendental, and the essence of everything is available there. Okay? That's what Lord Caitanya brought here to the world. That's what his real devotees bring. If you're in Krishna consciousness for 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, and you're not feeling the pilgrim's progress like that, and you're still chanting dry rounds, I guarantee you, many of those gurus are still, actually, practically, probably all of them, are chanting dry rounds. And you know how you tell? Go listen to them. What are you going to see? Every time I turn Acharya Dev's video on, what do I get? I'm looking for the tears. I don't see any tears. Never. Not even once. He's a nice, joyful, jolly guy. There are a lot of jolly guys in the world. And just talking about the scriptures and feminism and stuff like that and making jokes. There are a lot of people like that. That's religion still. Is there anything extraordinary in him or any of them? What's the extraordinary? I mean, let's be honest. Let's be frank, man. What's really extraordinary about any of those persons? Because if you found the real spiritual master or real associate Lord, they're extraordinary, man. They have extraordinary knowledge, deep essence of everything. Oh, and bhakti, are they blissed out of their minds? Oh, and when they chant the holy name, they are ecstatic and tears and all of that. Come and laughing, really happy because they got a real relationship with God. And things are so bad in Vaishnavism now. When people see that, they can't even recognize it. They think, what's wrong with you guys? Our gurus never cry. Our gurus never laugh. Our gurus are just, they wear all kinds of nice clothes. Our gurus have a nice stamp from ISKCON. If they say it's true, it's true. Don't question. Hey, be humble, Prabhu. Don't question our gurus. Don't question if they're actually qualified or not. That is an offense to even question. Didn't you learn anything from Fauci? Fauci says we are the science. Don't you know the gurus are the science of Krishna consciousness? Look at the checklist. That proves it all. Everything is on there, except what's in Prabhupada's books about the qualification of a spiritual master. Okay? That's called neophyte. You just accept the authorities like people do, what they call them sheeple, right? You just accept Fauci and Bill Gates just because they're in a position of authority. Many people in Vaishnavism, you guys still accept these gurus just because they're in a position of authority. You're not qualified to think about it, but if you come here, you'll get life, you'll get a brain, you'll get a heart, you'll be able to analyze. And that is very pleasing to Krishna because you're growing up. Otherwise, you're just accept anything and everyone, just because they're in a position of authority. We're here to change things here. You got to accept based on knowledge and symptoms. That's what the books teach. That's why Prabhupada said, Chaitanya Charitamrita is postgraduate because people were not ready to analyze what is a real guru, what is the real rasa, what are the symptoms of a real devotee. Look at even after 50 years, people still don't even know. Isn't that amazing? You could say after over 100 years since Bhakti Vinod, people still don't know in ISKCON, in Gaudiya Math or Gaudiya Samiti. Well, that's what we're here for. That's why I got the order Prabhupada. Teach people what is. So people can, what is the point of doing any searching for God if you can't recognize who God is? You can't recognize those who are receiving God's embrace, that they're these conch shells, like here in Bhagavatam. They're gripped by the transcendental hand of the Lord that you can't see. See, that's the codes here in these books. In this book is, see, he's gripping a conch shell. That's a real devotee in this world. It becomes reddened. That's the ecstatic devotee. You see the eyes get red when you're worshiping. The face gets flushed with life, reddened from that intermingling between the conch shell, which is a devotee personified, and the Lord in their mixing, their communion. And what comes out? The sound, man, announcing the arrival of the Lord. Is the arrival of the devotee is the arrival of the Lord. And the arrival of the devotee is the arrival of the Lord. The arrival of the Lord means the devotee has arrived. You see how close it is, how perfect it is? Simultaneously, you get to know the real God and the real devotee. See? Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda arose simultaneously on the horizon of Gaudiya. See, chapter 1, Adi Lila, spiritual master. That's Guru, man. They arise simultaneously. You see, wow, I see a real guru, man. Ooh, because I see the real conception of God being spoken by that devotee. Ooh, that's the Bible verse. Yeah, chapter 1, book of John. Oh, in the beginning was the Word. The Word was with God. See, that word that's with God is the devotee, man. The devotee's word is the word of the Lord. It's transcendental. It causes transformation and transcendence in those who hear it. It causes the birth of God in them, so they can recognize the true Lord for themselves. See,
this is not Ranga who's writing all this. This is Karuna who stole his computer and who's writing all this. So don't think that it's Ranga
Oh,
Rega.
no, that's okay. No problem.
Yeah.
I'm aware of that. It's okay. Don't worry about it. No worries. He's okay. Let's see here. Okay, so next verse. See, the citizens of Dwarka, having heard the sound which threatens fear personified in the material world, began to run towards him fast. That's how it works, man. You notice people, they come fast who are looking for that sound, man, when they hear the voice. You know, those who met Jesus, the ones they were looking, they were really looking, and then Jesus appeared, they ran fast. And a lot of them just stayed with him. You see, that's the style. That's why you see people coming here. The ones who are really looking for God, they get it. God, the Lord says, okay, listen to this person. You really get it, and you run fast and you stay, just like those persons. Because you want that. You want the truth. See, the truth has set you free. The ones who are not strong enough, see, they're building steam. They got to go to the false followers. Who, it's just kind of, a lot of us I went to false followers. They didn't have the prize. They weren't the conch being gripped by the hand of the Lord, the transcendental hand of the Lord. So they become empowered. See? So you can't get what you really or your heart's looking for. People coming here, their heart has been searching, and the Lord knows, and He'll cause them to recognize, because Krishna is the intelligence of the intelligent. He'll give you the intelligence. He'll give you the intelligence to stay on here if that's what you really want. Just to have a long desired audience with the Lord, who is the protector of all devotees. You want the protection of the Lord? Well, hey, man, find the devotee who's protected by the Lord. That's the easy way. What's the hard way? Continue to go to the false followers and feel a real thin relationship with God. You'll know Him by name, but not by heart, because they don't know Him by heart. You think it's about memorizing verses by heart. No, you're memorizing by head. That's not by heart. You got to memorize the verses by heart. See, when your heart's involved, man, when you're relishing and tasting the verses here. See, and you get them by heart. See, these classes are by heart and not by mind. The memory, see, that's the other thing. Let's memorize all these verses and spit them out, like a machine. You ever see that parrot? Blah, blah, it's just, no understanding of what you're even saying. Let's not give Karuna such a hard time. Let's give a little forgiveness to the guy. If you can. If not, that's okay. Just be yourself, whatever it is. He's actually trying. Believe it or not, he's trying.
Yeah, but
Yeah, go ahead.
it's actually a little bit shocking for Ranga, who sees that somebody's writing in his name things that
Oh, I
he
see.
should
Yeah,
not
yeah.
say,
See, okay.
motherfucker, and things like
Karuna,
that.
yeah.
You know,
Karuna, you should inform. He just has he's just doesn't have that to understand that he should at least inform that he's using Ranga's computer so he can be on, because he got kicked off Facebook. You know, so he got kicked off Facebook, so he wants to be on. So anyway, he of course he doesn't explain things. He just does it. You know, so I'll explain a little bit. So hopefully, if you can, you know, that otherwise he can't be on. You know him. He likes to be on. Okay, the citizens arrived before the Lord with their respective presentations, offering them to the fully satisfied and self sufficient one, who by his own potency incessantly supplies others. Isn't that amazing? I love this. These conclusions about the Lord. They're so true on all levels. He's incessantly supplying the demons and the demigods, isn't he? He gives them air. He gives them food. Isn't that amazing? You think why is the Lord letting murderers thrive? Why is He allowing uh, Bill Gates to continue to do his lies and cheating, and Fauci's, and oh God, so many are behind it. Why is He allowing this? You ever thought of that? Why is a God that's supposed to be in charge and in control, the supreme controller, allowing all these things? Well, one thing is it's His nature. He's incessantly. This is the truth about the Lord. I tell you, man, these truths are so amazing. I feel so blessed to be here at this time, man, to be able to taste and relish these truths about God, and portray the Lord as He really is. People don't know the Lord. Everything can be explained because He's the supreme logic. He's the supreme intelligence. He's the supreme understanding. He's the supreme reckoning. Why does he allow? He's incessantly he's allowing them to live. George Soros, all these guys, we're all coming to know him, and they're actually demons. I mean, they're exposing themselves. They don't have a problem with me. They allow people now to say who they are. They like it. They think, oh yeah, they recognize us now. Why does the Lord allow it to go on? But you see, it always is the same routine. It always goes on only so long. And it destroys, because when you act in the modes of ignorance and passion, it just destroys. When you kill things, you kill people. No matter how much you justify it, there's a reaction to that, and that's why everything it becomes destroyed. Is that necessarily bad? Well, it could be in the cards. So it's just like you can see it in the shadow. It's in there in the demons, the way they relate. They say, oh, we're going to destroy everything. See, order out of chaos. We create chaos and everything. And then we create a new order, a new world order. See, build back better. So, but they think it's going to be their thinking, but it's never is. It can't be, because when they destroy, they destroy everything, including themselves. And then what the Lord builds back is always better. See, so they're just, when I see what people say these things, I just say, oh, the Lord's, oh, we got something great coming down the pipe. Build back better. Yeah. What are you going to do, Lord? New world order. Yeah, capitalism, it was okay, but didn't work perfectly, right? And communism, well, the concept sounded good, but it didn't work either. Nothing works, boy, because it's built by demons and demigods. Nothing works perfectly here. So then the Lord comes along and then empowers a Prahlad Maharaj, empowers a devotee like Jesus, and yeah, there's a new world ordered. Yeah, the Holy Spirit, man, everybody worship in spirit and truth. And then everything, you get the blessing the Lord has. The Lord, whatever he does is just blessed. Whatever he says is just blessed. He makes his devotees like that. You listen to a devotee, you become blessed with real essential knowledge. You get the birth of love for the true Lord that we're all related to, whether you're a demon, lizard, or whatever you are, or a demigod. You get that awakened. You know how many demigods need ecstatic love awakened? And if they want it, they'll have to come here. Simply because we're experiencing these things. We've been empowered by these truths, empowered by this reality, to distribute it anywhere and everywhere, wherever we get a chance. Yet the citizens began to speak in ecstatic language to receive the Lord, just as wards welcome their guardian and father. See, this is when you love God. This is the true God. These verses, they're codes for the true Lord. When you are part of the transcendental Shuddha Bhakti potency, you're like that. Just even with the names and chanting these pastimes, you get very excited about them, very enthusiastic about them. You just want to give a presentation to the Lord that is self sufficient, but you just want to do it in ecstasy. And the Lord Himself is very pleased with such offerings. The Lord wants to give this power, His power, to everybody, whoever will come and follow the process. Come to the point of having faith in His representatives in this world. If you can find real representatives who represent this Shuddha Bhakti potency, the transcendental potency of the Lord, and it's thy will, that will is the transcendental potency, that will, see, that love, that will, that Satchitananda that's in the spiritual world, in Vrindavan, that will in Vrindavan, be done. See, be done, be manifested, be finished on this earth. as it is in these dimensions, okay, in the spiritual world. Okay? That's what we're doing here. Bringing Satchidananda to this world. This is so uncommon, so amazing. Maya doesn't seem to be able to knock it down anymore. That's why you guys, you stay in this inner circle and you'll be protected. You go outside of it, who knows what will happen. You're on your own. Maya just comes in, bewilders you, gives you these other ideas, and then you have to come back to get cleaned off, you notice. And that's a good lesson in itself. See, it's a good lesson. You see, wow, you see how powerful. I know, I've done it. I've left this consciousness, this protection to find out what it's like. I know how it is. I left the circle in my own way. Yeah, let me finish this thought first, and then I'll get to you there. Yeah, I left in my own way. And I just was amazed how you just get covered over because we're very small, the size of an atom. And then when I came back, it just cleared right off and I was back where I started. Well, not, where I left off. It was perfect with a good lesson. Go ahead, Ranga.
Hello. I've got an admission to make to the group and to you as the whole. I've been thinking that I've been sort of way up here. I haven't. I've been way down. I've been going down the last couple of years without really knowing it. And now I know it. It comes as a great pain in the heart, but it's, it's now it's out. It's good. And I can start again. I've even started chanting again this morning on beads, believe it or not. So all you're doing, all the saying, everything anybody's saying to me is just continually going through my mind all the time. And eventually I wake up to the things I've been doing wrong. And I apologize to everybody that who's been thinking of that I'm a good devotee when I wasn't. I'm a bad devotee. Trying to make my way in the world as best as I can. So please forgive me, Guru Maharaj, and please continue to look after me. I really love you. I really love you. I can't do anything else more than that. And you've got your assistant here, Lita Ganga, who's I've got the association of Lita Ganga, and the association is broken the spell.
Yeah.
Broken the spell.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah. Well, you know what? See, Ranga, because the Lord knows your heart. That's why you're able to come back here. It just, this happens. Sometimes you trip, and then when you get back on, then it's a great lesson, and and then you can help others too, because others will. That's why I keep saying you'll stay in the circle, because I've been there, done that, man. I know how that works. You know how it works too, and yeah, this is a great gift. Our family here, the spiritual family, is a wonderful gift. I know what it's like to be without a family. Like I could do this when I did this on my own. I was the only one, and it was okay. But this is fantastic. I love this. This is so amazing. The spiritual family. That's unusual. And what makes it work is we're getting more and more rooted into this. Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, we're getting more and more rooted in Krishna consciousness together, and it's like when Lord Caitanya planted it, these sannyasi roots. It says, chapter 9, you can read it. Chapter 9, Adi Lila, Chaitanya Charitamrita. They had like 9 sannyasi roots. They were rooted in the mission of Lord Caitanya. They're rooted in this ecstatic worship. And nobody could uproot them. And therefore it was promoted in this world while they were here. See? So the lines have to stay intact. And otherwise, they'll have to come. The devotees have to come again and reestablish it through this Kali Yuga. It's the only way to keep it going. Um, it is very unusual, but it is such an amazing blessing that we have here. Absolutely, yeah, it's really great, man. Yeah, yeah, it's fantastic. Hmm. Uh, these present, okay, read that. Okay. The citizen said, "O Lord, you are worshipped by all the demigods like Brahma, the four sanas." Actually, let's see here. Let's see here. You got your Tom? You got your book out? Okay, read a little bit.
Yes. The citizens arrived before the Lord with their respective presentations, offering them to
No,
the
no.
full.
Next verse. Next verse. Next verse.
Text 6.
Yeah.
The citizens said, O Lord, you are worshipped by all demigods like Brahma, the four sanas, and even the King of Heaven. You are the ultimate rest for those who are really aspiring to achieve the highest benefit of life. Wow. You are the supreme transcendental Lord, and inevitable time cannot exert its influence upon you.
Yeah. You see, the Lord Krishna, and this could be any particular authorized, genuine incarnation of the Lord in his Satchit and Ananda feature. That's God from the spiritual world. Could be from Dwarka, could be there are many devotees of Lord Ram, could be Jesus Christ, many devotees of Jesus Christ. They could be Lord Krishna, Lord Chaitanya, Lord Shiva, even in the right way, if you're doing it, worshiping him in the right way. When you found the true Lord, you find the ultimate rest, and you know it. Okay? There's no, you find, there's a verse in Chaitanya Charitamrita that says, only a devotee of Narayan, that's another, you could say, another form of the Lord. That applies to all of them. Only a devotee of Narayan is fully at peace. Okay? Otherwise, always be restless. That's what you see here. Many devotees have found that rest here, and that's what you learn from these devotees by their behavior, by their intentions, by their revelations and realizations, and by, best of all, their love for that transcendental Lord. Otherwise, people will not be at rest. You cannot find rest. You keep searching, keep looking, looking, looking. Okay? But when you find it, there's nowhere else to go. You don't need any. There's no. I have no need for any other path. Yeah, and that's why I'm here to preach this path for those who want to hear. Oh, why not? Why not connect with not just Allah, or Jesus Christ, or some other deity? Why not connect with the deity Lord Chaitanya, who within Lord Chaitanya is all deities, in all revelations, in all understanding, perfect understanding, in a way that you won't get with just Jesus. I didn't get it. I was lifted into the kingdom of Christ, where He showed me what that kingdom is like. But I didn't get what this, what I'm getting with being an associate of Lord Chaitanya and his devotees. Oh, this is topmost. This is top dog, top drawer. Yeah. So I'm preaching this, man. Anybody you want the best, you want the all inclusive package. You know, it's like you go on vacation. You ever see these? They have an all inclusive package. Man, you get everything, man. You get your food. You know, you get your plane tickets. You get your transfers. You know, from the airport there. It's all included. Lord Chaitanya is that. It's all included. Jesus worship is included. Better realization than all the theologians in Christianity have. You get everything's included, man. Top, 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 top. Everything. All inclusive vacation forever. And you go, oh yeah, and you get it's like going also, like, you remember when you go to Disneyland, you buy a ticket book. It's amazing, these things that come, man. I can't, where do you, there's no way I can come up with this stuff. Disneyland, you get a ticket book. I used to love this as a kid. You know, I go to Disneyland, you know, my parents would give me, I want the ticket book. I want the big one, you know, the most expensive ticket book. You go on all the rides. Go to every one of them, man. I know you guys are so unfortunate. You're in Europe. You don't get a Disneyland like this. I went to Disney. I got on all the rides, man. It was great. I got the big fat ticket book with all the tickets, most expensive one. That's what you get with Lord Chaitanya. You can go on all the rides. Hey, you want to go see Jesus? You're like Narada Muni. That's what you're going to be. No different. You can be Narada Muni, or you can be like any of them. You know, whatever your heart chooses in your relationship with the Lord, you can do. You can get the big fat ticket book. Hey, I think I'll go look at associate with Jesus and his associates there. You know, and because I like Paul. Don't you like Lolita? You like Paul and Peter and all those? Well, I'd love to see the John. I want to go and shake his hand, thank him for writing that New Testament. I want to thank Paul for all the inspiration I got from reading his letters. Yeah, I can do that. See? Why? Because I'm not adverse to Jesus Christ. I'm not adverse to the devotees, because I know they're devotees. I know, I can tell who they are. I can go to Ayodhya if I want, to Lord Ram, because I love his pastimes. I love Lord Ram. I love Hanuman. I can go to Liberation, that place. I can go to Shiva, go visit Shiva and Parvati. Why? I'm not opposed to their teaching. I see how they're working. I'm not opposed I'm not opposed to their followers like Bill Gates and Fauci, you know, are doing the destructive things. I'm not opposed. I can go and visit them. I can go see Kamsa. That I get from being an associate of Lord Chaitanya. I'll promote this in this whole Kali Yuga anytime I get a chance, because I give everybody the big fat ticket book. You can get on all the rides. Why not, man? That's called greed, man. That's called hungry for God. How much do you want to know about the Lord? You can get it all here. But you can't say a Christian. Not all Christians come where I go, right? Well, you're opposed. You think I worship a false god. Well, how can you come into the kingdom? You don't know what? You have to be shiksha. You need shiksha. You have to be open to this teaching. Otherwise, you go where the pastimes of the Lord are in Vrindavan, you'll be offensive. You'll think he's lusty or something, materially lusty. You'll misunderstand. You'll not be conclusive about his pastimes in Vrindavan or Mayapur or any other place. You'll think it's a false god. See, so all you get is Jesus. And that's okay. I mean, you'll just stay there. I like more freedom, man. I like complete freedom and sovereignty. That's all in Lord Chaitanya. Anybody on board with that? You go in any material universe. You can go to hell and everything. And you can lift people out. You get the power of Lord Chaitanya, the love of Lord Chaitanya. See, Ranga Karuna likes your computer. That's good. It's useful, you know, for him. Get good use out of it. He'll make up for the lack of use. Yeah. Go ahead there, River. Read on. Read on.
He likes my scooter as well.
Yeah. Good. Yeah.
It's
Go ahead
Tom
there.
Maharaj. It's Tom who is reading at the moment.
Oh, Tom. Yeah. Sorry. I don't know. I'm a little bit lost here in the universe.
O creator of the universe. You are our mother, well-wisher, Lord, Father, spiritual master, and worshipable deity.
Yeah, you see, even the Lord is teaching in all ways. See, He's the creator of the universe, He's the destroyer of the universe, He's the maintainer of the universe, and He does that through all His servants. Isn't that amazing? But behind all of their actions is the Lord, either directly or indirectly. That's the complete truth. That's Bhagavad Gita. All paths lie upon me like pearls upon the string. See, but we are encouraging people, you come become devotees of the spiritual nature of the Lord. It's wonderful. See, when you're devoted to the Lord's material potency, everything becomes misconstrued and unbeneficial and illusioned and weakened, and you become dumb, and dumber. Even though you may think you're smart, but you're not very smart. See, this is we're here to demonstrate what real knowledge is and how it comes by becoming a devotee of the Lord, by entering the association of real devotees of the Lord. It's that simple. You come into and you'll get the vibration and be purified by the vibration. You'll be purified by the knowledge here because you've never heard any knowledge. There's nobody who brings forth this knowledge. You got to be really genuinely gripped by the hand of the Lord and His voice coming through. I mean, honestly, you compare this. It's got to be. You got to see here and see extraordinary things here, and then you can know that God is really with us, that we are His family. Actually, this is a family business, to transact in this world. We're a real supermarket. See, we got the best food, highest quality, gourmet, and it's all free. Where do you go to a gourmet supermarket? You're expensive usually. You're gonna go to the poorhouse, go in there shopping. We still need to realize we are real devotees of the Lord. Well, just stick around. And it'll just get more and more real here. See? Just like you guys, people in the world, been programmed by the TV. You've been watching the TV for 20 years. Watch this TV. There's a different result. There you get, you become more dumb, and dumber, and then you become programmed. You can't even think straight. You can't think for yourself. You lose, you come here, just listen to this TV. Well, let me tell you a vision. See, they're telling you a vision. You're stupid. Comply. Listen to the government. The government is your mother and father. You know, let us stick it to you and do it. Comply. Obey. That's what you're getting. All these images you can't even see, and then you just act that way. Become an anti-vaxxer or whatever they tell you on there. Oh, hate them, do it. Get into the hate. See, everything you're being programmed by the television. They're telling you a vision, and you don't even know it. You're just sitting there in alpha state. You see, you're meditating, and then you go out in the world and act like a stupid fool. You put your little mask on and go, well, you're right, lined up there. I'm afraid. Oh, please put that in my body, man. Even though there's a 99% recovery rate, still stick it in there. I don't know. I was watching television and I got afraid. I was watching on every channel I turned. It must be true. Every channel I turned, the mainstream media was telling me, get it. It's important. See, come here. There's only one channel. One channel. Just come here. Let me tell you a vision. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to tell you the truth. I am telling you a vision. But that vision is my vision. See, their vision is a lie. They don't live by that vision. That's called hypocrisy. That's called duplicity. They're telling you a vision, but that's not for them. Oh no, that's for you guys to make you dumb and dumber. That's how Maya works. She's win lose. You lose, man, because you believe in the illusion. They don't believe in it. They don't believe in what they're telling you. See how hypocrisy works? But I believe what I'm telling you. And what am I telling you? What I believe in. What do I believe in? I'll just tell you straight. I believe in these Vedas, man. I believe in the essence. I believe in being gripped by the hand of the transcendental Lord. I know what that's like. I know what it feels like. I know the empowerment of it. I know the potency of it. And I'm very proud to present that to the world. Very happy to present that to the world. Very enthusiastic to present that to the world. See, I present the vision that I have, and my vision increases. Oh, you know how you get you got to get glasses to get 20/20. My vision increases just by distributing this vision, this telling everybody a vision, man. You came to the best television on the planet. See, I'm telling you a vision of the Vedas as they are. And you can check it. You can make sure, that you're getting the real thing. And this is how I'll tell you how you should see its style. You should, if you've studied Prabhupada's books for 1 year, 10 years, 20 years, 40 years, 50 years, 100 years, 1,000 years, and you come here and hear what I'm telling you, you should look in the book and feel like, wow, now I've really learned something. That's how you know you've found it. Because you can only understand these books by coming in the real line, following the real process, getting purified in this process. Okay? And then gradually checking, developing your faith in that I'm not cheating you. Maya's cheated us so much. It's hard to put your eggs in one basket, right? Like I have, and like Lalita has, and Johan has. They don't want to, they're not looking for any other baskets to lay eggs in, right? They just lay their eggs in this basket and distribute eggs to the world. See? And they take some of those eggs and throw them at the Vites, and they get all the yellow all over their face. The other eggs, they give them carefully to the devotees, and they nourish those eggs until they hatch a little baby Krishna in their hearts. Yeah, yeah. Look at that. Even Sadhu, he's telling you a vision, right? Ooh. Hey, I'm with the World Economic Forum. Oh yeah, I'm actually getting rid of you guys, man. There's too many of you here, man. You know, they So anyway, it's all under the Lord. Go ahead, River, or I mean, Tom. No, River, you read a little bit now.
No, I wanted to do the next sentence.
All right, okay. You read for a while. Go ahead for a little bit.
By following in your footsteps, we have become successful in every respect. By following in your footsteps, we have become successful in every respect.
Why don't you explain that one?
Oh, we follow his path. We follow his energy. We follow his presence. And therefore we can taste his presence by doing that. By following, we can taste his qualities, his presence in every respect.
Yeah. It's, if you take even the latest incarnation of the Lord, see, and so the devotee says, "We follow in your footsteps, and therefore become what, successful in all respects." What a great thing. And it's so true. So Lord Caitanya really spelled it out really clearly. He became an actual example himself of the path. You want to follow in his footsteps? Well, look what he did. He went and he saw an ecstatic devotee. Listen, ISKCON. Listen, Gaudius Me. Listen, all you people. We're here to start with you or anybody else who wants to hear. We'll distribute this anyway. This truth, this process. He went, he saw an ecstatic devotee. You guys are seeing ecstatic devotees here too. And he saw, wow, I want that. I want to chant the holy name in ecstasy like you guys do. He read the scriptures and the scriptures say, oh, ecstatic chanting is the best thing. Oh, that's the highest, only liberated souls can do that. Ah, yes, I'm not looking for name or fame or a wife or a husband or any of that. I want to chant like you do. I like to chant and weave around like you do and cry and laugh and all these beautiful things that Ishvara Puri got from his guru also, because he also wanted that. See, that's following the footsteps. That's becoming perfect in all respects. Getting, what does it say? Perfect in all respects? What does it say?
Become successful in every respect.
Successful. That's becoming successful in all respects. Successful in your purification just by following that. This is postgraduate. Can you imagine? That simple process is postgraduate teaching. Just to go and meet the ecstatic guru, devotee, you see, and come into that association and very quickly chant in ecstasy like that guru does. Isn't that what's happening here from Gaur Hari Das telling you all these visions? You become successful in all respects. You become satisfied in all respects. See? You become purified. You become empowered. You become loving God. You become, appreciating your brothers and sisters and being able to help them in a way that no one can really do because you're now a devotee of the Lord. That's the ultimate success in the world. You are a recipient of the pearl of great price Jesus was talking about. You become as good as Jesus Christ. Yeah. What? You get the same Holy Spirit Jesus has? You become as good as St. Paul. You good as John. You become as good as any. You become a saint. Yes. Can you imagine? People in ISKCON and all these groups still think you got to work your ass off to become a saint. And they're teaching it wrong. No, you just got to come here and sit on your ass to become a saint. Not be a donkey. Just come sit on your butt and become a saint. Just, by the word of a real devotee empowered by the transcendental Lord, all your ignorance goes away. Because that ignorance causes you to act in this world. See, and create karmas and be misdirected to walk into walls, to go to false gurus and false places, false teachings, desire this, desire that, never find real peace. But you come here, you get purified, you realize gradually, you start to wake up like, wow, this is it. This is what I've been looking for. See, all your ignorance is gone. You found the truth has set you free. And you found looking for love in all the right place, not wrong places. You found love is your love of God is developed here and is, successful in all respects just by coming here. You're able to say what Jesus says, and you're gonna all be saying this. You become a devotee, a real devotee. People want to get to God because you went in through the door, which is the bona fide representative of the Lord, and you really, from heart and soul, you attain that treasure very quickly, the pearl of great price. Then they people gonna get it. They got to go through your preaching. Your preaching is the door. Your testimony is the door. Otherwise, they don't find it, man. They go this path, that path, that goes to another path, and they go around the mountain, okay, until she comes. I love that one. Going around the mountain till she comes. That's that love. Until she, love, see, love for the Lord, love for God really comes. And then you go straight up the mountain on the wings of that love. Go ahead, Tom.
Well, we pray, therefore, that you continue to bless us with your mercy. There is this one sentence in the purport I can read.
Yeah, sure.
There's one: for attaining spiritual existence, the human form is a chance for all to understand our eternal relation with God. It reminds me what Amy said. For attaining spiritual existence, the human form is a chance for all to understand our eternal relation with God.
You know, isn't that amazing? That one sentence, people don't know. They have no idea. They go through their whole lives, and that one truth there, they don't know that this human form is a chance, see, to attain the highest benediction, which is transcending this material universe, and enter the spiritual dimension. See, they don't know that. They don't have this knowledge. I see people on so many paths, and they they got a long haul, a really long way to go. It's so funny. I was listening to this lady. I met this lady, this beautiful lady, very beautiful. You know how Playa is, a lot of beautiful women here. So I meet this gorgeous woman. She's a young, beautiful, and intelligent and spiritual. Okay? So I meet this lady here, and she right off says, "I met you for a reason." I said, "Yeah, okay, And then we exchanged Facebook things and all that. And so anyway, she kind of just disappeared, never, but on Facebook and all that. Then I see a video came up and she's doing these poses, how women are beautiful and they got to look, do the selfies and all that. Oh, look at, look at that. But then she started to speak, and she's speak her truth, and her truth was, you got to start to ask the question of who am I, why am I here, what's this world about? And I thought, boy, she had the chance, so I gave her another chance. I said, okay, those questions can be answered here. Otherwise, she'll be going around wondering how to figure these things out, and without this deeper knowledge, it's to arrive at that sentence right there, Tom, that you read, that could take you millions of lifetimes, and you still will be bewildered. That's how powerful this path is. That's how powerful this knowledge is. That's how powerful this knowledge is when in the hands and the mouth of a real devotee. Okay? Even the devotees in ISKCON and all these groups, they don't understand this verse clear enough yet until they come here. Because they'll realize that. They'll realize, wow, this was a chance and I'm on it, man. I found the real devotees who have real devotion, real ecstatic love, man, real deep essential knowledge, man. My way is clear and easy peasy now. Ask Amy. Ask Fanny. I love having examples here. It's so great, man. Ask Lolita, ask Tom, ask River, ask so many now. Oh, they're all coming, man. We're gonna round up the little herd, man. We're gonna squeeze them all into Vrindavan, just push them through the narrow gate. We got a lot of weight behind us. We're gonna push them all through that, squeeze them through the narrow gate of the absolute truth as it is. Go ahead, Tom. Read on. Read some more purport.
Our relation with him is eternal. It can neither be broken nor vanquished. It may be forgotten for the time being, but it can be revived also by the grace of the Lord.
Yeah. Okay. See, this is the explanation. It can be revived by the grace of the Lord. By the grace of the Lord, He'll send you to the devotee if you really want that revived. See, because the verse is complete verse there is by the mercy of Krishna you get guru, and you didn't quite really get Krishna. It's kind of working in the background. I remember how it worked with me in the early 70s. I took too much LSD or something. I got a little crazy, and nobody could help me like this, and I just turned to God. I said, my God, nobody can help me. uh, these psychiatrists, tell me just to have more sex, and I knew it wasn't that, and nobody, and the people said, we don't know what's wrong with you. My parents didn't know. Nobody can. So I turned to God. See? So by the mercy of the Lord, what happened? Get guru, man. First thing, my first guru was the Bible, man, Book of John. Got me going, and then led me to another Shiksha, Prabhupada's books. See? And that did it. That really solidified it. After, I had to go through a bunch of things, but still. See? So by the mercy of Guru. Now, that's why most people need a living Guru, because love of God already awakened in my heart from the very beginning with Jesus. And then immediately with Prabhupada's books, it was enough, but not for most people. They need help. Okay? And that's what it's about here. See? And so by the mercy of the Lord, you get guru. Now you get clear. Otherwise, a lot of devotees, Vaishnavas, they think, oh, all I need is Bhagavad Gita. See, I got Prabhupada in it, the Rhythmic guys. See? And the others say, the living gurus, right? And the living gurus say, oh, all I need is my Guru Dev and the Gita. See, I got a living guru. See, they're both wrong. See? How are they wrong? He's supposed to have a living guru, one says, and the other say, all I need is Prabhupada, and he's a living guru in his books. They're both wrong, is because the guru, the living guru, has to be alive with Satchidananda, man. They have to be a transcendentally empowered devotee. They got to be the super soul made manifest in this world. And you can see they're the super soul because you read in the book, the super soul is an ecstatic. He's ecstasy. The super soul knows clearly what is what. You can know that, and then you really know it when you meet the external manifestation, which is the real guru. Am I saying wrong? You can check this in chapter 1 of Adi Leela. When you're ready to be delivered, and Krishna, by the mercy of Krishna, you're ready to be delivered, you get the bona fide spiritual master, who is the external representation of the spirit of the super soul that's in your heart that you're not able to connect so well with. Because Rotor-Rooter has to come and clear out the pipes from the outside. Rotor-Rooter comes from the outside. You got a stopped up drain. That's the stopped up relationship between the soul and that super soul. That super soul in the heart, man. It's stopped up with bullshit, man. All this clogging the drains. All you listen to hypocrites and liars and cheaters in this Maya, and faulty teachings from your parents. They're okay, but they just it's not perfect. Teachings in school, with brainwashed by the Rothschilds, curriculum, to dumb people down. See, nothing really spiritual there. See, so this is the process. We teach the real process here. If you really listen carefully, you'll find, oh wow, this is it. And you'll see that these words come true. Your life becomes increasingly beneficial for yourself and for others. You become increasingly empowered with the spiritual potency. You know that this is different than just the worldly energies. Your life is revolutionized. Go ahead, Tom.
Yes, you said in this class, the arrival of the devotee is the arrival of the Lord. I like it so much. You said in this class, the arrival of the devotee is the arrival of the Lord.
Yeah, you see, so when you're really connected with, that's why I love Prabhupada's books, because Guru is one. I always could relate to them because he says the right thing. He says the real thing. See, the arrival of devotees arrival. I didn't, I don't think I've ever read this purport. And you see, it's what I said previously. Why? Because the same Krishna that was inspiring him to write those books is inspiring this fool, Gaur Das, to speak these things. As it is. You see, as it is. Because he knew these things. He was shown by Krishna these things. All devotees. This is why it's so important to become a devotee, so the Lord protects you. Bhagavad Gita 10:10. To those who worship me with loving ecstasy, like Prabhupada, like this fool here does, like many of you do, Krishna gives you the understanding how to come back to him, the real essential knowledge to come back to him. If anybody is fortunate to listen to such devotees, boy, your way is paved clear. And then automatically you realize, wow, I found a real connection, man, to the real line, and I'm going back home to Godhead. Matter of fact, I don't have to go anywhere. The Lord comes to me now. The Lord is so pleased that I came in the real line and found the real devotion because I found a real representative of Krishna. The Lord is pleased just with that, and He'll show that pleasure to your heart. Just by your faith, coming to the point of faith in a real representative of Krishna. Didn't Jesus say that? Those who believe in me, all their sins are forgiven. How do you know the people's sins are forgiven practically here? Well, when you begin chanting and hearing about the holy names and pastimes of the Lord, you become tearful. You become very enlivened and ecstatic. That means you've been saved, man. You have assurance. Lord Brahma says those who evince Bhagavata, Srimad Bhagavatam, those who evince the symptoms of ecstasy, tears in the eyes, choking of the voice, hair standing on end, and etc., etc., are promoted to the kingdom of God. They do not come back to take another birth. See? You guys have assurance here that are like that. You found the real way. See? And you can help others find the way. This is very real here. This is not Maya's lie. This is Yoga Maya's truth. Lalita knows what I'm talking about. So many know what I'm talking about. That's great, huh? I'm amazed to speak these things. It's like, I would never have dreamed to speak like this. Never in the, no, this is unusual. Go ahead, Tom.
Text 8.
Was that all the purport? Was that it?
I skipped some. I can do it again.
No. Go ahead. Text 8.
Okay, text 8. Oh, it is our good luck that we have come again today under your protection by your presence. For your
See,
lordship.
ask Ranga about that. See, Ranga just shared like that. He shared that basically coming back, he feels the difference now. See, by coming back to the place and you just get cleared off and everything, it's our good luck to find the path again. I felt the same way. For me, I didn't have any living. I couldn't find a real somebody I considered a really living devotee. I mean, not just those invitee and or pretending to be Raganugas and all that. I didn't find anything, but I found the verses that were glorifying Lord Chaitanya and the devotees. Every time I got a verse, it just brought me right back. And I thought, my good luck. I felt like that. Do you feel like that too, Ranga? Your good luck. See, yeah. See, when you find the real devotee, you find the real Krishna. See, when you
Yeah,
find it,
that's true. That's
go ahead.
true.
Yeah,
I really think that I found the real devotee again. You know, Uh,
yeah. Uh-huh. Let's see. I think they're frozen. Are they
Yeah,
frozen?
they're
Yeah,
frozen,
you're
Maharaj.
true.
Yeah, you're frozen. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah. So anyway, that's yeah. Go ahead. Read on there.
For your lordship rarely visits even the denizens of heaven.
yeah, myself,
For your
the great me.
oh, there he's back.
Now I've got rid of the great me. It's all right.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. What? Go
Now I've
ahead.
got
Go ahead.
rid of the great me. Now the great me's gone or going. I feel much
You're.
better.
Oh.
The great me is
Oh, the
gone.
great me.
Yeah, not gravy.
Yeah.
Great me.
Yeah. 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 This is see true humility is just kind of a natural state. Devotees. It's amazing too, because when you get real humility, then you can get this real authority and boldness. But it's the Lord coming through. See, it's not the false ego. And so anyway, this is why it's safe here. This is a safe haven, man, for outlaws. We're all outlaws. This is here. This is the hideout, man. Come here into the hideout. This is a safe haven for outlaws. All the cowboys come here, man. Yeah, yeah. Go ahead there, Tom. You read that sentence again, whatever
Yeah,
it was.
I wanted to. Oh, it's our good luck that we have come again today under your protection by your presence. For your lordship rarely visits even the denizens of heaven.
Yeah, this is what the see. These are devotees; they know better. See, they're witnesses. That's why you got Bhagavatam. They're witnessing for the truth about the Lord, but it's in the book. You don't. You see, ultimately, you need the living example of the book. You got to see the Lord. The Lord is very ecstatic, man. He cries, he laughs. He's jovial. He's uncommon. He's beautiful. And he comes through his devotees now. Otherwise, you're not going to see that Lord. And that's a rare, the Lord Chaitanya was a rare incarnation. And his devotees, many thousands of them came to be with the Lord. Because when the Lord comes here like that, his whole entourage is very attracted to come here also. Even from the spiritual world, just empties out and they go and hang out with Lord Chaitanya because he's so attractive. But what are you going to get now? You're going to get that, Lord. He's unmanifest now. He's not destined to come back here for 4,320,000,000 years. That's many incarnations you'll have to wait for. How are you going to get that, Lord? Well, you have to look for the rare occurrence of his devotee in this world because that rare Lord is here again. Right? Isn't that what it's saying? The rarely visits. This is why the devotees are hard to recognize. It takes a lot of preaching and a lot of tears, a lot of ecstasy to purify this universe, to get somebody to recognize when God is here in the form of his devotees representing him. and bringing the real Lord, not coming here and saying, I'm God, like these Mayavadis. I'm God. No, the real devotee, man, that's perfect position. Our perfect position, everybody. Perfect conclusive understanding. To see somebody who understands that, who feels that, who transmits that through their television. See, the television, what are we televising here? See, televising the conclusive understanding of your position, ultimate position in relationship with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. We're televising that. You're on stage, my friends. All of you, you know who I'm talking to also. You're on the stage, man. And what are you watching? Oh, you're so fortunate if you turned your camera on and are watching this vision, because this vision is going to give you the ultimate vision. The ultimate vision of the conclusive truth. You're going to tune in to the ultimate program. See, God's program, the devotees program. And you're going to love it, man. It's going to free you. You're going to be sovereign. You're going to be independent of the Lord's illusion because you're dependent on the spiritual potency and loving it. That's what's going on here, my friends. Go ahead, Tom.
Now it's possible for us to look into your smiling face. Now it's possible for us to look into your smiling face, which is full of affectionate glances. We can now see your transcendental form, full of all auspiciousness.
See, you got to see that transcendental form in the world. See, the devotees come here, and if you just see the body, which most just do, they just see, oh, there's just another body, another somebody comes along. But they're not a somebody. They're a somebody, man. They're somebody in the eyes of God and the real devotees. Because the real devotees and the Lord see that, oh, there's a real body in this world. There's a spiritual body. Because these other guys are somebody trying to be somebody. Ask Janaki about this. She said these gurus trying to be somebody. See, the devotees just are somebody. They don't need to prove anything. If they prove it, they just for your benefit, man. Because if you see that somebody who's important in the eyes of the Lord, to the Lord, simply because they got devotion, they welcome the Lord, that's your blessing in this world, is to recognize those who bring the Shuddha Bhakti potency to this world. Bring these truths to the world. Tell the vision of the absolute truth as it is in this world so people can have their eyes open and their ears open. Otherwise, everybody's bumping into walls and obstacles, banging their heads, confusions all over the place in every nook and cranny. You need to connect with the real line. This is the real line, my friends. You give me 30 days, I'll prove that the knowledge here is deeper than anything you've heard before from any of those gurus, any one of them. You'll see a love here that's deeper than any of those love that you read about, and then you'll recognize it in the books because you couldn't recognize this ecstatic prema emanating from a real devotee because it's not emanating from your role models there. That knowledge is not emanating from their mind. And heart. And if you don't want such proof, you don't really care about God. You're just in it for something else. So go ahead. Go follow these guys until you get serious. Go follow Radhanath and Jaipatak and all that, and go do your rituals and all that. If you can't understand this preaching, it's not for you. But you know, if the Lord sees that you're sincere and you really want Him in this life, and you really want the love that makes you realize the Lord and recognize the truth and love that truth, then you'll be here if you get this message. If you're good luck to get this message here. Legends in their own minds or in the minds of their followers. It's all mental. It's all illusions. Where is the real deal? Everybody should. Where is the real deal in this world? Where is the real mercy of God in this world? Who is this Lord? Who am I? All these important questions are answered right here, every day, on this channel, and not any other channel I've seen. No complete answers, all partial truths. Here, the puzzle comes together. We got like the final piece, and everybody has all these pieces, right? They're on this piece. They're still trying to put, and just why don't you just come here? We got the final piece. You said boom, and it's together. It's connected. You're with God. He's with you. Everything's perfect. The puzzle's complete. No more. You're not puzzled anymore. Everybody's puzzled, more or less. The Rhythmics are puzzled, whether they know it or not. They just have false confidence. Ooh, we know everything, but they have no ecstatic love and no conclusive truth. And these living dead gurus have no ecstatic love and no conclusive truth. Their followers have no ecstatic love and no conclusive truth. So, in other words, everybody is puzzled about what is real in this world. Well, most of us are not puzzled. Right, River? Right, Lalita? Right, Ranga? Right, Tom? Are you puzzled anymore, Tom? Or is it getting more clear?
No, the focus, like you said in the beginning of this class, the focus was on fear of those people. They focus on fear, and they try to use this fear program. Yes, they want to be in the head of the fear program. They want to control by fear. So this focus is going there and there and there, and by doing that, they miss this focus. It's about focusing, about paying attention, paying mind.
Yeah. See, what people need to do, everybody has been going to the mainstream media for their information. And they're all telling you the same message, the same lies, the same, whatever they want to make your life worse. Take this pill, and by the way, they even tell you it's poison and you can have this effect and everything. And they think these people are so stupid because they listen to us and we tell them it's poison. They're still going to take it because we tell them to. See? So every channel tells you the same thing, the same agenda. But I got good news for you. We have multi-channels here. They also tell you the same thing, same conclusion. You can tune in. If you tune in to Gaur Haridas channel, tell you the same thing. You tune into Lalita Ganga's channel, they tell you the same thing. Rivers, same thing, same message, right? So we do the same thing like the shadow does, but the difference is the result. The result here, you become more enlightened, more happy, more realized, more ecstatically loving, more perfect in your understanding, more inspired. So come over here. We also got we're mainstream channels here, man. Every channel you're going to see, I'm not going to lie to you. You're going to hear the same message because this is the real disciplic line. If you tune in to the ISKCON channel, I haven't heard anything that is really that real. There's still hypocrisy there. There's still unclarity there. The same thing with the Narayan Raj. There's still not clarity there. They're speaking about Raganuga and all that stuff, but there's no Raganuga, no ecstatic love. See, so there's still, that channel is not very good. This channel is great, and we got quite a few of them manifesting. And if anybody wants to have a channel, you can have your channel. You're part of the team, man. The news. You're giving the Galoka news, and you'll see when Amy and some others get up there, you're part of our news network here. Fox News. Transcendental Fox News. Very foxy. Goloka News, Goloka Vrindavan News. You see how this works? We also have to have our channels here. We have to be like, we're also like Maya's got her broadcasting system, and we have our broadcasting system here. See? But ours empowers people here. You become empowered, you become sovereign, you become as good as your guru, as good as the broadcaster, not like disempowered and unintelligent and what do you call a sheeple. Here you become lions. Don't we make lions here? Do you notice? You become more and more lion-like when you get your channel. Who's ready for their channels? Just come forward. You know what? I feel like taking a break. Let's take a break for a while. So, thank you very much, everybody, for coming. And if anybody's still in, you can put your channel on there and tell the world the same thing. Oh yeah, let's bring Karuna wants to. Karuna, look at it. Where is he? There he is. Oh, Karuna. Look at his happy face. Yes, give him a little mercy. Give him some blessings, you guys. Give him a little pinch on the cheek. Yeah, he does weird things. What can we do? He's just himself. He wants to be himself and express himself. We all do, right? So thank you very much, everybody, for coming, and we'll see you soon. I got to get with my crypto a little bit. It's some good.